A science teacher at James Island Charter High School hopes you'll help her students expand their learning beyond textbooks and memorization in order to think critically and to solve community problems. She wants to give her students the tools to collect and analyze scientific data, specifically how sea level rise is changing our local environment. Our Katie Kamen tells us how you can be a classroom champion by helping this teacher buy nets, waders, buckets, and more.
Eve Kendrick believes her science students at James Island Charter High School could be the key to solving serious environmental problems in the Lowcountry.
My students are very enthusiastic and passionate, and they're full of life. And I want to capture and harness that energy and maybe direct it towards some environmental stewardship through learning about different aspects of sea level rise.
Kendrick plans to encourage this stewardship through a real-world research project in the field, looking into coastal freshwater streams and documenting how they're changing and how sea level rise and salt water moving further inland are transforming these freshwater environments.
We're going to be looking at insects and using insects as kind of an indicator of how our freshwater streams are changing. And then they'll be able to process these samples on the stream bed outside, and they're really going to get a personal connection with these ecosystems that maybe wasn't on their radar before as something really critical for us to monitor.
Kendrick hopes to provide her students with the tools to carry out this monitoring through her project on Donors Choose. She plans to buy nets, waders, sieves, and other testing equipment to track how these delicate coastal environments are being impacted.
I'm going to partner with the Adopt a Streams organization in South Carolina, and so this data that my students will collect through my Too Salty Donors Choose project, that's actually going to go into a state database. Scientists will be able to access it, and it's going to allow my students to take ownership of the research that's currently happening in our state.
With your donation, Kendrick says you'll be able to not only make an impact on students, but also your local environment now and into the future.
We're going to take all of our skills and take them outside so they can actually get their hands dirty and wet and actually collect insects and process their own data. I think that going outside and having a personal connection with the environment helps to encourage students to become lifelong learners, but also might encourage them to have some environmental stewardship as they move forward as adults and citizens in South Carolina.
You can become a Live 5 classroom champion for these students by helping to fund these projects. All donations are tax deductible. The Donors Choose organization collects the money, purchases the items, and then sends them to the teacher. That way you know your donation is used appropriately. Kendrick also has a second Donors Choose project focused on analyzing data. We'll have those details at live5news.com. You can also head to our website if you'd like to donate to her projects, or if you're a teacher who wants their project to be featured. For Classroom Champions, I'm Katie Kamen, Live 5 News.